over here. Sorry. Thank you all so much. I'm excited to talk to you today. Michelle Retz with Longevity Medical Health Center. I'm really excited to talk about my life's work, my true passion, naturopathic medicine. A little bit about me. So I'm from Ohio. I am a Buckeye. Don't hate me on the way out. My mom was an RN. She's retired now. My dad was a corporate CPA. He then bought a medical transcription company. So I've kind of had healthcare in my life ever since I was young. I used to do my dad's payroll for him for a little extra bucks when I was a teenager. This is my true inner child. I think the picture on the top left, I think, is my true essence, just a happy fat baby who's trying to just squeeze drops of joy out of life. My dad really wanted to raise a resourceful young lady who could change her tires, change her oil, shoot every gun on the planet. Although I'm vegetarian and I don't hunt, he just wanted me to be resourceful. So that's a picture of one of his rifles. And I think I've kind of always been a sleuth in my life. So I really have wanted to be a doctor since I was 8. That genuinely is true, and so my trajectory has been towards that path. It's just the flavor of the medicine changed a little bit along the way. I was in gymnastics at the age of 3 and just fell in love with it, and the practice that was required was a little too much for high school, so I got into cheerleading just to do gymnastics. It wasn't about the boys or anything like that. I joined a competitive squad and went all over the U.S. competing. It was so much fun. I was going to cheer for Ohio State, but I got injured my senior year, and it probably ended up for the best because it was too much with med school and all of that to do it all. That was until 19, so I studied biology and I minored in Spanish, so I do speak Spanish, and I take those patients, so if you need a natural doctor who speaks Spanish, happy to cater. Came out here to go to naturopathic medical school, so 4 years all year round, then did my residency in family medicine. I still teach at the school. I teach gastroenterology, which I really believe is one of the core tenets of natural medicine, and an advanced women's health class every couple semesters. I did have student rotations at the school where students would sit with me and do medicine on our patients, learn what we do, how to become good docs, how to provide good natural care. When I got pregnant, it became a little too much, so I took that out of the equation. But I still have students shadow me in private practice, so if you're ever in my office, you might see some of my students with me. I was the Chief Medical Director of Naturopaths Without Borders for 5 years. A true passion of mine is global health. I would take as many students and docs as I could every 2 months for 5 years down to Mexico and just love bomb them with natural medicine to the underserved and the homeless. It was a true, real passion of mine. I'm a member of other natural organizations that support natural medicine, both here in Arizona and internationally. My family, my sweet family. I have one brother. He's 3 years younger than me, Jason. He is an amazing jazz guitarist, and he's a physicist. His wife, Andrea, and they have a 2-year-old niece, my niece, Gracie. There we are hiking. My beloved dog, Bodie, on the top right. My son, Ari, and my husband, Clint. So these are just some pictures from the last year. It's been really fun from 1, he's almost 2, watching this little person grow. For those of you who are around little ones, it's fascinating. Every day it's something new. He's not the kid that sits down. He is up and around all day long, and he keeps me grounded, humble, and young. So it's been really fun. Aside from just my own passion towards healing, my real why is my mom. She's a chronic pain patient. She's the 1%. She got hepatitis from the hepatitis vaccine. She was in 8 car accidents. She's had 7 concussions. Her spleen blew up. I mean, stuff that shouldn't happen to people has happened to her and to my family when I was a young age. So I spent a lot of time getting to view the allopathic or traditional medical system from a patient's perspective. And I would often cry at her care because it was really subpar. Not that all of it is, but my experience with her was. Doctors were running 1 to 2 hours late. They were frazzled. The eye contact wasn't there. Bedside manner was really lacking. We kind of started to feel like we were on payroll. It was just get to the next appointment, get to the next injection, get to the next prescription. And that's really, they didn't really cover her case or know what was going on. It was very complicated. They didn't really seem concerned about her quality of life. And we just felt like we were on our own, sort of. I really had intended to go to Ohio State and become a cardiothoracic surgeon. I had intended to do surgery and like be the best of the best and do the hardest stuff. And my junior year in college was when HMOs and PPOs really started to dictate medicine. They said, you can't run that imaging. You can't charge that anymore. We're not reimbursing you like we were. And the flavor of medicine started to change. And you saw doctors seeing 40 to 60 patients a day or closing because they couldn't make their overhead. That's terrifying when you're 1 year away from med school. I had friends who were graduating who hated it and owed $250,000. I was freaking out. So I just looked at what other options there were. I thought the system was broken, and I wanted to know if there was anything else that I could do. Naturopathic medicine wasn't licensed in Ohio at the time. So when I found these principles, it was from Arizona, it was from Southwest. And they really resonated with me. I was doing half this medicine on myself anyway. First, do no harm. Recognize the healing power of nature, the body's ability to already heal itself. Educate and empower the patient. Walk the walk. Be a teacher as the doctor. Treat the whole person. And the best cure is prevention. When you get them well, try to prevent that from happening again. Whoopsie. So naturopathic medicine is a general practice field, but a lot of docs have subspecialties or areas of emphasis. We really focus on treating the whole person and empowering them to take care of themselves by recognizing the body's ability to heal itself. I have to figure out what's underneath all of that, help get it out of the way, and step back and let the body heal. That's really how this works. So it is holistic, and the really cool thing is I get to play with really old medicine that comes from thousands of years ago that's been around, and use cutting-edge science with research and literature and blend that for a patient, and it's never the same thing, and that's really exciting. So we emphasize prevention and self-care. I'm in a BNI group. How many allopaths do you see in a BNI group? My patients get better and they go away, which is a good thing, but I need more patients, right? So I teach people how to take care of themselves and how not to need to see me again, right? My therapies are safe and gentle and effective and work well with or without medicine. My role is really just to facilitate the body's ability to heal itself. I look at symptoms as roadmaps for what's happening with the body, not always something that needs to be processed or squashed down, but hints to me as to what needs to be done further. Whoopsie. So there's probably 12 to 15 reasons why you're in a health concern right now, not just one. It takes a lot of time. We're complicated people, and I look at all of those factors, and they all have to be addressed when you're looking at someone holistically. So my appointments are a lot longer than traditional docs. Like I said, I want to empower and motivate patients to eventually take the reins for their health and get out of my office. I'm a preventative medicine specialist, and I just really like this graphic because it shows the different hats that I might wear. Naturopathic doctor, lifestyle counselor, nutritional expert, health teacher, public speaker, article writer, job lover. I love what I do. I'm very blessed to do it. I like these charts because they show you the differences and the similarities between myself and a common doctor. So we've both been to 4 years of college, 4 years of med school, taken 2 board exams, we're licensed. We both refer and work with specialists, neuros, gastros, cardiologists. We both do imaging, MRIs, ultrasound, CT, X-ray, all of that. We both can prescribe medication. The awesome thing is that I have all these other tools in my box to use. I have 4 times the nutritional training as a traditional doc, and I have herbs, acupuncture, homeopathy, hydrotherapy, IV therapeutics, and chelation. Technically, I can do chiropractic. I don't love it. I'm not good at it. TLC does a way better job, so I'm going to let them do it. My visits for new patients are 90 minutes. Most folks have not sat in a chair for 90 minutes with a doctor. And all my follow-up visits are 45 minutes. I know my patients well. I'm anal and thorough, and I go through all the details, and people love that. Because that's how you see how they're getting better. The interest is in the details. What's new in the last year with me? I've learned Reiki. It's just something I've always wanted to do. So I'm a level 2 practitioner. That's just a personal hobby. I'm going to join the Psychiatric Association of Naturopathic Physicians, which just started last year. I'm really passionate about treating mental health, and I'm really good at it. And I'm going to bring stem cells into my office in a way that doesn't generate controversy. It comes from the patient. It doesn't come from placentas. Those patients that really can't get better either with natural treatment or integrative treatment, so it's really exciting. And I'll leave you with these last graphics. On the left is really moving from a traditional medicine model more towards a naturopathic model that emphasizes promoting health, personalized care, empowering people, recognizing the healing power of nature, using healthy diet, and integrating when necessary. I've left a piece of paper with all of you that talks about my practice, what concerns I treat, what you can expect at my first visit, questions about insurance, and how to refer me. I have to teach right after, but I'd love to have a one-to-one with anyone who's interested. Thank you.